Welcome back to another tabletop review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Ruger PC Charger. Looking at the Ruger PC Charger, a good question might be, why would I buy this firearm? It's not a rifle, it's too short. It's a little too big and bulky to be considered a pistol. Yet technically, it is indeed considered a pistol, although some call it a subgun. More than a decade ago, I had bought a laminated stock Ruger Charger 2270, a strange, futuristic-looking .22 pistol based off the Ruger 1022 carbine, and one of the first of the Ruger Chargers. It had an even bigger identity crisis than this PC Charger here, and for me it was just a little too weird, so eventually I traded it off. But today, I own the updated version of that original .22 Charger, and it's a heck of a firearm. Well designed and a bit more tactical looking, extremely accurate, and an absolute ball to shoot. Okay, I've made quite a few modifications to it, but there's no doubt it's one of the best .22s I own. So when I saw this 9mm version of the Ruger Charger, I had to add it to my wish list. The Ruger PC Charger as a 9mm meant heavier caliber ammo that was readily available and reasonably priced. And I've always liked Rugers, and I've liked the tactical look of the Ruger, and I've liked its feel, and I've liked its features. So when one of my local stores finally got one in, I had to have it. Now let's make sure this gun is cleared first. By the way, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. American-made Ruger firearms are known for good quality and good design. Ruger's become one of the top-selling manufacturers of firearms in the world. The original Ruger Charger .22 pistol was first introduced in 2007 and based on Ruger's highly successful 1022 carbine. Afterwards, Ruger discontinued and reintroduced the .22 Charger several times with design changes to meet market needs and interests. But it wasn't until 2019 when Ruger launched a brace-ready takedown model of the Charger, a black polymer stock, an M16A2 style pistol grip, 8 or 10-inch threaded barrel, Picatinny rail on top as well as on the tail, 15-round magazine, and adjustable bipod that the market became highly receptive to the Charger. Now this Ruger PC Charger released in 2020 was similarly based upon another successful carbine, Ruger's earlier PC carbine, a fixed stock 9mm rifle. Basically, the PC Charger is a dressed-up, cut-off version of Ruger's PC carbine. By the way, the PC carbine could utilize Ruger's popular P-Series handgun magazines. Pretty cool. But development of the PC Charger was also influenced by the now successful 1022 based Charger 22. If you've owned one of the 1022s, you immediately notice the similarities. They're not the same, of course, but trigger group, safety, bolt release, even the bolt will seem familiar, but obviously the 9mm is much different from the 22, and accommodating modifications include an ingenious custom tungsten dead blow weight. The weight shortens bolt travel, which reduces felt recoil as well as muzzle rise. Just plain brilliant. Unlike the 1022 Charger, the PC Charger comes with the expectation of the owner's edition of an optic. The Ruger PC Charger comes in a cardboard box. Comes with a manual and a bunch of other paperwork. Comes with a couple of Allen wrenches for taking down the Ruger Charger. We have the magwell replacement for Glock Magazines, fairly simple to do. We have a Ruger 17 round magazine, and we have the lock. Now in addition, I added an SB tactical folding brace for about $200. I think that's an absolute must. I added an additional Ruger SR9 30-round magazine for about $30, and I added a TK Game Changer Pro Compensator for about $60. And since the PC Charger didn't come with sights, I added a reflex red-green dot optic for about $21. Now, I didn't change out the magwell for Glock magazines, which many people do, and it's easy enough to do. I kept the Security 9 well in the Charger because I don't own a Glock, and actually I have the Ruger Security 9 on my wish list for future purchase. As for specifications, of course it's a 9mm. It has a free floating barrel that's 6.5 inches in length. Overall length is 16.5 inches. The barrel is blue alloyed steel, threaded 1/2 by 28. Of course it comes with a thread protector. The back half of the chassis, which holds the 7075 T6 aluminum Type 3 hard coat receiver, is glass-filled polymer. There are no sights on the PC charger, but there's plenty of 7075 T6 Picatinny rail on top for optics. The safety is Ruger's push barrel style. Trigger pull is less than 5 pounds. The charging handle can be moved from one side to the other. The mag release can also be swapped from one side to the other. Weight is 5.2 pounds unloaded. It also has a 7075 T6 Picatinny rail on the tail for attaching a brace, but you could also add a buffer tube adapter if you prefer to add an AR style brace. The factory grip can be swapped for just about any AR style grip. QD sling sockets here. There's one 17-round Ruger magazine included, but 10 to 50 round mags are available. The magwell is flared to accept Ruger Security 9 or American pistol magazines. As I mentioned earlier, Ruger also provides a quick swap Glock compatible magwell. That means you can use Glock magazines if you prefer, which is actually pretty cool. And the switch is easy to do. The short but sturdy M-LOK compatible forend is CNC machined and given a durable Type 3 hard coat. The forend has plenty of slots and comes with a hand stop to keep your support hand from slipping toward the muzzle. Very nice. Okay, now in my opinion, this gun really cries for a vertical forend grip, but because the Ruger PC Charger with its 6.5-inch barrel is technically considered a pistol, that would be illegal, so don't even think about it. The forend contains the blue steel barrel as well as a takedown mechanism. Now you might wonder why such a short weapon needed a takedown mechanism. I believe it was inherited from the original carbine design, which meant less retooling to make the Charger. Regardless, this gun can be made very small. First thing you do is just lock the charging handle back. This is the takedown lever. You just push it forward, twist the forend off, and just reverse the process to reinstall. After cleaning and oiling the gun, I did 3 things before taking the PC Charger to the range for the first time. I installed the SB 1913 tactical folding brace. That's a must. I also moved the charging handle to the left side, and I added an Ohuhu red-green dot reflex sight. Loading the 17 and 30 round Ruger magazines was easy with the aid of my Maglula speed loader. The magazines load into the magazine well nice and smoothly. Using the reversible mag release button, the mags release smoothly. The feel is very good, nice and solid. Good weight, nice balance, and quality construction. Fit and finish are very good. Firing the PC Charger for the first time, I was impressed with the trigger. There's a light trigger pull, under 5 pounds, with a stiff wall to a clean break and a short, crisp reset. I can't imagine handling this gun without the brace. Recoil was light and accuracy was excellent for such a short barrel, but I had zeroed in my red dot at 25 feet before going to the range. Now at 50 feet, the sights were off a bit, but the Charger is very controllable. Muzzle rise is very mild. Alternating targets, no problem. Even with some rapid fire thrown in, this gun remains pretty well spot on. Now, I had to zero in that sight a little bit, but after doing so at 50 feet, I could easily make very tight patterns on the targets. Can't wait to get this gun to a rifle range to just see what it can really do. Now I'll just say the 17 and 30 round magazines were emptied too quickly. I can see I'm going to have to get more 30 round magazines for this gun. Blazer, Winchester, Federal, Remington ammo all ran through this gun with no problems. Ergonomics are great. Charging is slick and smooth. Magazine swap is easy. I like the location of the controls. They work for me. Even after just a few rounds, I was already up to speed with this gun. It feels natural, and you really have to control the temptation for rapid fire. Now, while I found the PC Charger's muzzle lift to be very mild, I added the TK Game Changer Pro Compensator and found there was noticeable difference. The gun seemed slightly quieter to me, but muzzle lift was reduced to almost none. Very, very nice. But switching out to my rugged 9mm suppressor, now that was just way too cool. Downright outstanding. Although I hadn't added the plumber's tape to the thread, so the suppressor loosened up at one point and threw my shots off a bit. That was my fault. All I can say is the Ruger PC Charger is just a heck of a lot of fun to shoot. As for cons, first, the Ruger PC Charger does not come with the brace, it's just brace ready, and frankly, with its weight and function, a brace is a must in my opinion for reasonable control. And second, I've never been a real fan of the old 1022 push-button cross-bolt style safety. I don't think it's very sure. I'd prefer a rotating style safety. And while I'm at it, the old 1022 style side-locked lever seems cheap for this gun. I thought Ruger could have done better than that. And finally, the takedown for cleaning is a bit involved, but not horrible. Now let's talk about pros. The controls and layout of the Ruger PC Charger are good, and with the exception of the mag release, which seems a bit low, but not bad. Construction is solid with very good fit and finish. PC Charger has a very good trigger. Ruger's use of the tungsten weight and their dead blow action reduces bolt travel rearward and ensures complete travel forward. The result means a less felt recoil, and it really works. This is a very soft shooting gun. Ruger's basing the PC Charger on their carbine was a great move. The result is that there's plenty of parts and upgrades for the Charger. The PC Charger seems to have no problems with any ammo I put through it. There's plenty of Picatinny rail for optics. Accuracy was exceptional for a 6.5-inch barrel. Takedown capability is a neat feature. With a folding brace, you can reduce this gun down to a very small package. The ability to switch out the mag well to accept Glock magazines is a great idea. The threaded barrel with its 1/2-inch by 28 thread pattern that would accept most suppressors or compensators is an excellent idea. And while the PC Charger doesn't come with a brace, at least it has the Picatinny rail brace ready mount on the tail. The Charger's handle and mag release can be easily changed to the either side. And although it's short, it's nice to see M-lock slots at 3 and 9 o'clock on the forend. Good for attaching a tactical light if your plan is to use this gun for home defense. And the addition of the hand stop on the forend is a practical, nice touch. For disassembly, follow these steps and lay your parts out in order, and you shouldn't have any problems. You'll need the 5/32 hex wrench that came with the gun, and you may need a plastic hammer. First thing to do is to remove the magazine. Lock the bolt back. Check to make sure that the gun is cleared. Place the safety on the on position. Push the locking lever forward and twist the barrel handguard assembly off the gun. One thing to note is that there is a large lock ring on the forend. This is what allows that connection to remain solid, even if there was some variation in manufacturing tolerances. Use the 5/32 hex wrench to loosen the forward takedown screw. Now this screw just loosens up. You're not going to be removing it. Now use the 5/32 wrench to remove the grip mount retention screw, and then remove the grip. Lift the receiver assembly away from the chassis. It might be tight. This is where the hammer comes in. By the way, the mag well is easily exchanged by just pushing in on the mag well release. Just push it all the way in, and you should be able to pull the mag well out, and you can replace it with the Glock mag well. It's just that simple. At this point, it's good to make sure that the bolt is in the forward position. Pull back on the bolt and then carefully release it. There are 2 trigger guard retaining pins. You have to drift those out. You can use the 5/32 hex wrench to actually press those out. Remove the trigger assembly. That's as far as we will go with the trigger assembly. Don't attempt to further disassemble the assembly. Use the 5/32 wrench to remove the charging handle. Grasping the buffer, lift the bolt assembly out of the receiver. Now this is as far as you typically would have to go for the purpose of field stripping and cleaning. It's not necessary to do any more, but we're going to go ahead and disassemble the bolt assembly. Disassembling the bolt requires removing the bolt top assembly. It just pulls off like that. To remove the extractor, and here's the extractor right here, we need to compress it a bit because it's spring loaded. When we do that, we should be able to lift out the pin. Hold on to the extractor, it's under pressure. There's the extractor, and there's the spring. Compress the bolt head, and these 2 pins should drop out. We'll just turn it over, and there they are. Remove the bolt head. Remove the firing pin and the firing pin return spring. And then remove the dead blow weight. And that's it. To reassemble, follow these steps in reverse order. We're going to begin by returning the dead blow weight, returning the firing pin, and the firing pin return spring. Then we return the bolt head. Now pushing the bolt head in, we should be able to return the 2 pins. We can return the extractor by beginning with returning the spring first, and then the extractor goes in like this. We have to push it down and then return the pin. And then we can return the bolt top assembly. Then we can return the buffer to the receiver. And now we'll return the charging handle. I actually want the charging handle to be on the left side, so we'll just return it over here. Now we just returned the trigger assembly. Return the receiver assembly to the chassis. Return the grip mount. Tighten up the forward takedown screw. And return the barrel handguard assembly to the front of the gun. You have to pull back the charging handle to do it. And finally, check for function. The manufacturer's suggested retail price for the Ruger PC charger is $799, but actual sales have been closer to about $650. And you might as well figure in an additional $150 or $200 for the brace. And don't forget, you'll need to add something for sights. A reflex dot sight should work well. And to be honest, you're going to want more higher capacity magazines. Trust me on that. Now, before we end today's video, I'd like to remind you that if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. And thanks for watching. Well, to summarize, the Ruger PC Charger is a sturdy, well laid out 9mm subgun with simple design but solid construction, combined with good fit and finish as well as an excellent trigger. The PC Charger is lightweight, easy to handle once a brace has been added, and easy to shoot. It easily consumes any ammo that I've fed without the slightest objection. It's an accurate soft shooting gun and a platform that can be easily broke down for compact storage or carry. With flexible controls and the optional Glock Magazine modifications, the PC Charger should please most owners. And it's nice to be able to completely disassemble the PC Charger for thorough cleaning, and reassembly is fairly easy. Now you can probably tell I like the Ruger PC Charger. Once I got the red dot zeroed in, it didn't take any practice to shoot the PC Charger fast and accurately. It really is just so smooth. Ergonomics are excellent. Of course, the addition of the SB Tactical Folding Brace was essential. And I think the TK Game Changer Pro Compensator is a good addition to the PC Charger. Probably not as important as adding the brace, but still worthwhile as it noticeably reduces muzzle rise to basically nothing and help to speed up my accuracy. The fact that I can also add a suppressor for reduced noise if I like just adds to the versatility and enjoyment of shooting the Ruger PC Charger. You know, I started out thinking that the Ruger PC Charger would just be a range toy, and it is indeed just a heck of a lot of fun at the range. But having owned one for a while, I can see where the Ruger PC Charger could make for a viable home defense weapon. With a suppressor and easy addition of a tactical light, perhaps even a laser, the Ruger PC Charger with its high capacity mags would make a formidable, practical, and effective weapon for home defense. Now, if you judge the Ruger PC Charger as a handgun, which would be correct, it's a bit heavy, but it gets very high marks for reliability, layout, portability, handling, comfort, accuracy, and flexibility. Add to that the plentiful customizing options out there within the law, of course, and the Ruger PC Charger must be rated as a heck of a gun. And if you add in a fun factor rating as well, that just puts the Ruger PC Charger way over the top. Any weapon you carry is better than the one you left at home. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll be back for my next tabletop review. Until next time, stay safe.